lines of dinner lines. Still doing all things like that. For now, as long as it doesn't get much worse. Yeah.
Well, we really don't have much competition.
No.
We used to have 7 bars.
No.
Okay.
Next closest is 4,000.
Yeah. We used to have 2 buildings, about 2 buildings for it.
Yeah. I didn't believe it either.
Yeah. Yeah, Como says now we can open up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, guy. What happened?
There's no one. There's stuff in there. I can see it.
702.
Good evening, welcome to the
No, yeah.
Supreme Court evening for the 12th of January. Why don't we take this one? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, thank you. Okay, pleasure business of Dale Library.
Yeah, but he's not working. We're gonna close the public.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant. A lot of business here, but I think it'll go pretty quickly. Once, I have 2 quotes right here. Let's start with the second one. DPW water treatment plant, wastewater treatment plant. I have 3 quotes to continue our security roundup for the year. I first want to mention that we installed the security cameras in this building. They're functional. I'll talk about those a little later, I think. Today, we had the 7 days completed. Every lock was put in, yeah? Every lock was installed. All right, we have new exterior locks and new interior locks for this building. And we're in the process of distributing the keys for all of the members that need access. So with that being said, security was a good idea for this year as part of our budget. We now have 3 more quotes. And I would say we can look at these each separately. One's for the water fund, one's for the wastewater fund, and one's for the aid fund, the general fund. None of them exceeds the $1,600 cap on level 2 procurement, which is 500.01, the $1,600 requirement bracket, and the and 2 not required, but 2 recommended estimates. I would say we've already, this is the company that did our first security. And it's kind of an extension of that. Since the quotes are recommended, you could consider that when you decide whether or not you want to accept these quotes. If you want other quotes, go ahead. But we've already gone out and gotten the quotes for this building from other companies, and these guys came well below any other one considered. So keep all those things in mind when you decide if you want to accept those quotes, and we get on with the security of the rest of the village. There's one there for DPW property, there's one there for the wastewater property, and there's one for the water treatment property. Ordinarily, we don't allow you to componentize the quotes if it's part of the project, but these are all separate quotes. So I don't think that should be an issue. But use that, consider that yourself. Yeah, you have the 2 little sheets that come.
Yes.
You pass those around so I can. We also have 2 quotes for.
It's about $1,200.
Yeah, trees, and you get to those in a minute. Did you need these for? You have your own quotes. Okay. So let's consider them separately or together, you tell me, and if we consider them together, then we'll vote on them together. If we consider them separately, we'll vote separately. So, what's your choice here? Yeah.
Together is my living security issue all the way around, or it's not issue.
Separately, because I want to consider them from that fund.
Okay,
If you consider them all together, then you're gonna exceed the limit.
okay.
So you understand. I'll read them just so that for the benefit of everybody that's listening. Central Security System has presented us with 3 quotes dated the 6th of January this year. Additional video surveillance systems. $1,435 to equip the sewer treatment plant. $825 to equip the DPW grounds, and $1,200 to equip the water treatment facility. And those are several cameras on each property and network switches and cameras with power and network viewing. So how do you want to address these? Okay, is everybody okay with that? All right, the first one then we'll look at is for the DPW, $1,825. The additional video surveillance equipment, 1 DAWA 4K HD CGI 4-camera digital video recorder with 2 terabyte hard drives, 2 4-megapixel cameras with 2.8mm lenses and illuminators, and camera power supply. $825. We have two approval for that. Okay. So this negates the need to sign the book, right? Because we're getting our tools at this table.
Correct.
Okay. So you have the approval. That's all you need, right?
Correct.
All right. We don't need to vote. We do need to vote.
Motion.
You want a motion, right? Okay, then you give it a motion to approve this A fund expenditure. And a second?
Second.
And a vote.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Water treatment, FX fund, $1,200 for camera digital video recorder with 2 terabyte hard drive, 2 cameras with 2.8mm lens and IR illuminators, radio to extend the video network to the pump house, 2 network switches, and power supply.
So that's total of 3 cameras?
Total of 4 cameras. 4 cameras for this one. 4 cameras for the other one.
But it's got the extent.
Because so that
That's what
they-
makes it more.
Oh, the difference, yeah, I would say that's probably the big part. 2 network switches also, only 1 network switch here.
The extenders are pricey.
So,
Right. Right.
the motion to accept that quote and approve it, and a second, and a vote.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And yes, the G fund. 4 camera digital video recorder with 2 terabyte hard drive. 4 megapixel, they are 4 mega. My mistake, 2 cameras.
Which one are you? Because I'm 3.
They are gonna have 3. Yes, 3, 4.
What you doing on that?
Yeah, 3, 4 megapixel cameras. I was reading that wrong. 2 radios to extend the video network to the other building. It's probably the one up top, right? 2 switches and camera power supply, $1,435.
Make a motion.
And a second,
Second.
and a vote.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, thank you very much. This is done. We don't have to decide this right now. We have 2 quotes from Getterdam Woodcut to remove trees that are in the public way or perceived to be in a public way. I think it's up to the board to decide if they are, or DPW has trouble following around them. There's one on River Street, and I couldn't tell you just where that is. And then the one on Lake Street that we discussed last week. $1,200 to remove each one of them. I think the problem that you have to consider is whether or not you want to assume the expense for a property owner.
They're not on our right away, then, what you're saying?
They are in the public way, which means that they are in the area that we can, when we plow, we push snow into that area, or go around them. I think the one on River Street, we go around them.
Both of them, actually, they have to jut out quite a bit. Would we need to get the company?
That's the other thing, we can't just go and do it. Once you decide to do it, we need to go get, I think we need to go get permission. So think about that.
The one on Lake Street, I don't think they go around that at all.
It's very close to the
Street
street.
that, the leaves.
It leaves out in the road. You don't have to plow around it.
So it's gonna keep the snow from piling, but it's cause a problem with snow piling.
I don't think so.
Oh,
They've been complaining about that for quite a while.
yeah.
Then-
We can, it's just up to you, what we do is we take the next step and see what we need to do to get permission from a property owner.
Tell them it's for free.
Yeah, then all the other property owners come, so I don't know if we need to have a permissive referendum to do that.
That and,
Or how people can come forward and say that that's not right, but then I don't know how we get rid of the tree if it's not.
Most people get permission from the landowner first before we.
or request the landowner first remove it.
Yeah.
Make that a step, and if they fail to do so,
Just let them know.
Would you reach out to them, let's get her done and see if they would be willing to extend that same price to the property owner? Please.
Can I charge, you charge tax or something?
To us, no.
But yeah, I'm saying, it came to the same price. You can charge them tax.
Well, what I want to know is whether or not we can do something similar.
Yeah. But, you know,
Yeah, I understand, I understand.
I just don't want you, say that, it's,
It's all around, that's what you're saying, yeah. Thank you. Did you want to discuss that further tonight?
True.
Yes. Yes, or do you want,
I would try to do that.
go get what we just talked about? Okay, great, thank you. All right. Go through the board, Climate Smart Communities Task Force. I participated in the first Otsego County Climate Smart Institute meeting, which was last Wednesday on the 6th. This is an organization developed for the benefit of climate smart communities. The task force, the objective of the task force is to work and teach climate smart practices to communities, working to clean up energy uses and to reduce carbon footprint. To that end, the Otsego County Climate Smart Institute was put together in a collaboration, partly funded by the CSA and Otsego County Clean Energy Community Program and Otsego County Conservation Association are the three participants in that institute. Our first mission is to develop a greenhouse gas inventory. Doing that will in turn give us points towards certification, climate smart communities. And that is another checkpoint on a grant funding application.
How do we go about doing that?
We are already in progress. We've been working for that for about 2 years now. Right now, we're developing the greenhouse gas inventory.
Right, which
That's a
is, that's what
check-
I'm not
That's
going to do that.
that's a part of the piece toward the certification. So what we do is we have spreadsheets and we just got them last week. So that's what we use as far as in-house, it's just government code.
Okay.
The energy that we use, how we use it, and how it's derived.
Mhm.
And then we put all that together, so what we can do to improve, at least we track it, but hopefully to improve it and reduce our carbon footprint. There aren't really anything difficult to do, but it gets people thinking.
Yeah.
It's really what it is. Well, a lot of things taken into consideration, like the electric we use and where it comes from. since we use electric, it's a different class of points that we would be looking at. There are some communities that generate their own energy, and they get different kinds of benefits and one side or the other.
We could tear down the school and plug that out.
Something like that.
Like the sewer plant had a solar panel,
What's that?
like the sewer plant having a solar panel,
Yeah, we will look at that, except that likely will not be on our inventory.
because it doesn't really do much to you.
It's not in the village. And we are looking at just the footprint of the village, and so the town will probably take that. I don't know yet, that's the way they're leaning. But anyway, that's what's going on there. We have 2 communications, and I think I'd like to get those out of the way first, because those are good news things. Our GIGP is rolling along. And I got an email, I remember yesterday or today from John McManus, and he will join us next meeting, hopefully, to bring us up to date. But right now, what he wanted us to know is that the field survey work is done, the easements are being prepared for all the private properties that are affected by this project. And then they'll present them to the owners when those are complete. The design drawings and specs are nearly 60% complete. So that gets them to their January 20th deadline for the grant. And then they're gonna come talk to us, I said, in the next meeting. So he has a few things he wants to tell us about what they discovered, what we might be able to accomplish with the program outside of what we already know.
What is that? I have no idea.
We're not here.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He was not, I'm sorry.
Green infrastructure grant program.
So
Thank you.
flood mitigation.
We,
Like where our water sits up by Dollar General in the road, we gotta try and stop that from happening. You know, not do like a green.
build green infrastructure out, so there will be a series of more porous ways of getting the water to divert, so that it's not streaming right in one direction and tearing up the property. So maybe direct it a little differently, help it still into the ground a little better, a little more efficiently, so it's not a raging force.
Do you want me to reach out to John and see if he'll bring the original draft of the project so that you can see it at the next meeting?
That would be great.
Okay.
That would be great. We don't have anything downstairs anymore?
No.
We gave them all away.
I don't think he actually gave it to us.
No.
Just show him the
It
plan.
was, yeah, it was just preliminary.
Oh, maybe look that over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it doesn't show what he was going to be able to get.
Right, Okay.
Everything.
So let him know we have it.
yeah, I wish I had the home and brought it to,
Oh,
but, I'll see if I can find it before, and I'll drop it off. It's just an interesting read. But the long and short of it is, over the course of the last several decades, we've seen a lot of erosion, a lot of water damage, because the storms are getting worse, and once you start a path with the water, it's gonna continue and build out and make every problem gets worse. So we're trying to, at the east end of the town village, we're trying to slow that progression. And hopefully, help some of the property owners that are planning to flood.
Okay.
And I'll look for that from,
you're talking about the book and then we'll,
yeah.
I was talking about the plans, the actual plans.
Oh,
They have-
okay,
Yeah, because I do have that in the office if you want to see that.
yeah. Look and see what she has, but that might help. And then I'll look through my stuff. Oh, good news, Girl Scouts. We have 5 young ladies who have earned the Girl Scout Bronze Award. Isabel Weiss, Amber Conley, Natalie Dulon, Madison O'Connor, and Lily Blackledge, all of our troops, 60101, have received the highest honor of a Girl Scout junior by spending 20 hours on a sustainable project that will make an impact in their community. These ladies chose to support the SPCA. They volunteered, they ran a drive, they earned money for them. And they are going to be recognized. They're supposed to be finished last May, but they were set back a bit. They will be recognized in, I can find it now,
Look at this one.
April, thank you. they completed they wound up completing their project on the 24th of November. So they'll made us up some really nice, certificates for them, we'll send those along. Feel free to send a copy of the minutes, showing that we, you know.
Made honorary mention.
Yeah, would you? Sure. That's a real special, we're proud of them, for more reasons than one. Yeah. All right, good news, palate cleanser. There we go, we pass these back to them. Now, moving on to the regular business, if you don't have any objection, we'll waive the reading of the minutes and approve them for the 29th of December. And a second,
Second.
and a vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yes, thank you. We'll turn it over to, our deputy clerk, or our clerk.
The first thing, we'll have to approve the invoice number 4.
Okay,
To EFC for the amount of $24,870, which is voucher in the abstract.
and have you noticed how quickly that comes back to us when we approve the voucher and pay it? The fund and we get reimbursed.
After you sign it and we have the breakdown charge cost summary report and what else did it come with that? There's 3 different things. Once you sign it, I put all that on, the treasurer's desk, and then she'll do her thing.
And it's a couple of weeks and we get the money back.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
But I will need a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the
So moved.
request.
And a second? Vote.
Yes.
Yes.
And yes,
Abstract number 15. General fund, $34,918.16. Water fund, $5,846.66. Sewer fund, $4,839.64 for a total of $45,604.46.
motion to approve abstract number 15.
So moved.
And a second,
Second.
and a vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
And I just need that repeat motion for, or excuse me, it'll be a resolution. It, stating that March 16th is the annual election. The venue, of course, is here. It's repeat of everything else, but now we need to appoint the election inspectors as well. And the pay, which I think was $14.50 last time. And it's going to be Ann Young, Monica Harris, and Christine Love.
I don't think we're actually.
The motion to adopt the resolution.
So moved.
and a second,
Second.
and a vote.
Um,
And did you notice, I'm sorry to interrupt, did you notice that the qualifications came through for petitions and voting this year? Petitions only require 70% of the ordinary number of things.
Population? So is it more than 50 signatures?
Fewer than,
Fewer than? Oh,
that would be 35.
yeah, it was always just 50, wasn't percentage, so I didn't know
Right.
that.
Um,
So you're right.
Check your
so
email,
7
because-
times from my count?
Yeah.
Okay. So 7 times 12, yeah.
no, 7.
Who's the population?
But if your population under whatever it is, it's 50 signatures.
So
We
what changed?
never need more than 50 signatures
Right.
because of our population. Now we only need 70% of that number, which is 35.
I was, okay, because of, let's
Read it
go
again,
around,
but
okay.
read it again, but I think
I
that,
don't even see that tonight.
but you're gonna need to know that.
Yeah.
And there was something else in there, and I can't remember what it is. Just read the article. They sent a whole blast out. It was a whole email.
That's it for me.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just letting you know the rest isn't just informational.
Okay, thank you. The Article 78 was dismissed.
Yes, I had
Okay,
to put that on.
the Supreme Court, statute of limitations is expired. So the rat problem that we encountered, the statute, or the Article 78 was dismissed.
That's what it ended up being, statute of limitations.
Yes,
Ah.
they didn't file on time. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. We'll talk about the code revisions in February. What do we say to that? I think we've lost track of them. We need to get back on track with those.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wrote over here because I just read an email from our attorney. The public hearing for the fire department contract is okay to do it in conjunction with the sewer rates and the budget in April.
Okay,
Yes, good.
okay, so we can take care of all that. All right. Put that on the table. Trustee Riker.
A while ago, I'd say a while ago, probably 4 meetings ago, we talked about getting the flag in the park on the bandstand. Does anyone follow up with that yet or not?
Was the springtime issue.
Is that what?
Yeah, that's what it is.
We get the beat.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
because I know we talked about reaching out to the Legion to see about getting a flag.
okay,
So I was going to say that I would take care of that if we wanted to.
thank you.
I'll reach out to them and see what happens.
For real.
Yeah, Leo was who I was thinking. Leo over, Dan Rivera is the president of the SAL. So. One very other.
All right, thank you for doing that. Thank you for
And that's all I had, but it was just something back that I wanted to follow up on.
that. Touch base, who orders our flags?
The DPW has, but I also can.
Okay,
I'll just check with them for the size. I don't remember what size they had in there.
Okay,
I don't want to duplicate the effort either, so
right.
I'll do it if I'm asked, for sure, but they're usually done too.
they do it. Okay. All right, trustee Putnam. Trustee Leonard.
Oh, on your shirt. Shirts. The new position,
New position.
In the paper next week.
What's that?
the new hire,
Oh, replacement.
Yeah.
Yes, but
is it the one last one we had, or?
it's been in the paper since we talked.
It's going in this Thursday,
Okay,
tomorrow, late tomorrow.
My understanding is they're supposed to be training in the wastewater treatment plant too.
that is the goal, but that's going to be put off until next budget year, I believe. We had plans for it this year. That's on recommendation of the Department of Health. So we're planning, that's the plan for next year. And if we can get somebody in there sooner, we just can't afford it in the G fund this year.
Right. Is the person who's going to be hired going to be told that? Is that what they're going to have to do?
The DPW will send somebody up. It'll be up to the DPW to decide who goes up. The superintendent of public works will decide who that person is. No, it may not be that new person.
Oh, yeah.
But next year when the budget goes out, that's the budget, that's the position I'm budgeting up there.
Okay.
That's the pay level I'm budgeting up there.
Okay, how about the wastewater treatment plant? 8 cents a gallon, they done. Lawsuit.
Right.
You're gonna raise that to 10 cents?
We are talking about it, our plant operator, Chris, said it would be a good idea. I'm looking at the numbers now. We'll put that in the budget also.
Okay. All right.
I actually just got the data I needed to look at the revenue that would be generated.
Okay, now the COVID-19 shots. I feel that wastewater treatment should be more done if we can get them done.
Mhm.
Because restaurants, it goes out, we haven't done it.
Mhm.
So I don't know how we go about doing it.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I'd say it's up to the individual to seek out the resources for that. Go to your doctor, ask your doctor, or go to the pharmacy.
The way I understand it right now, you have to be referred from your employer.
Is that right? How's that?
Erica had to be referred to.
Oh,
go get
for
her-
special
to go
treatment.
get her- To go get, receive a COVID-19 vaccine.
Sorry, I wasn't following. All right.
That's what I mean.
All right.
Our employees.
We definitely would recommend it. I'll be happy to write a letter if any of them wants.
Most of the places are full right now.
Ken was only doing 64, 75 departments.
Exactly.
But I wanted to ask.
Yeah,
Yeah, dryer right now, 65. No.
Yeah,
but if that's what it takes,
they gotta be essential workers and
They are, oh, they are, that's why we kept them, that's why we kept running all winter.
Yeah.
They're all essential. So, yeah, if anybody wants a letter, we'll be happy to designate them, essential workers. It goes through the office too.
Okay, so how do we come up with the office?
They'll probably need letterhead, and they'll probably need my signature, so we'll put together a letter. And
Yeah. I'll
Anybody
look
wants
into
to
it.
tell me, you know,
Little Falls is the only place I think right now offering the Moderna vaccine, and they are, I think, the only people taking first responders and essential workers.
Which will fall also better.
Right,
Yes.
so that'd probably be the place you want to reach out.
well, no, we'll have the employees, arrange their own shop, but we'll accommodate them with a letter confirming them as
What about
essential.
county health? They
Don't know.
know, they be able to, you know, we have county health nurses that do things. You might be able to come in and send the workers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, now that would be DPW too, right?
Every person in this village that was, asked to keep working during the pandemic. Yeah.
Okay, now I got one more thing, as far as signing these bills without the department.
Okay.
The protocol was, the department had to do it, and then we,
Okay.
and the board dropped that.
No, protocol was the board signatures had to be 3 signatures.
No,
Wait a minute. We have that?
I believe we changed it if it wasn't an expenditure, if it was a regular monthly bill, like, so much as getting fuel, for fuel oil or something like that in the department, that, bills like that don't need to be signed. But if it was an expense, like a non-regulated expense or non-budgeted expense,
Department head must sign each invoice submitted,
Exactly, or packing slip is what we also added.
but yeah, anything that signifies that they accepted the merchandise or the service.
They're handing me packing slips or invoices that they get, and they sign off on it and code it.
yeah, I'm talking about the voucher itself. The packing slip means nothing to me.
Well,
Well,
they do, they're actually accepting, that they are showing that they accepted the merchandise.
and like a couple of them in there said split with water department, they actually will go get the other person's signature on it as well. Split with DPW, you saw that in there today, and both of them signed it off on it, so that they are aware of it.
The purpose is to show that they are actively accepting the responsibility for that charge. And by signing an invoice, they are. By signing the claim form, that's just a duplication of the original effort. And if they signed it once, they signed it.
And they always sign it
all
all
over
day.
now.
No, I disagree with that. That voucher should be signed by the department head. It's always been that way. Way back when you were trustee.
Oh, I know that, but I'm going by the policy. I'm looking at the policy, reading the words.
And Chris is the only one who didn't sign. The fire department never comes in because Mark is now working Tuesday. After that.
They still should be signing, somebody's trying to sign tonight.
And every day after this meeting, they come in, Chris will sign it. Anyone who doesn't, I give them to them. They do come in the next day, because they're dropping off the time card.
If they come in the day after, what takes you time to day off?
They
I don't
should-
know.
We should have some signature on them before they're presented.
Which,
Right,
right,
we do.
right.
And we do. We have signature on the acceptance, on the, either the receipt or the invoice. The packing slip or the invoice.
I disagree with that.
Well, the way I see it honestly is it's gonna hold up paying the bill. If something come up, for example, today at the water plant and I'm not aware of it, or if we had the day off, we don't authorize, accept the claim, we have to pay. We just have, or we're gonna face,
Most of these claims
Late
have been
fees,
received
penalties.
since Friday. That's another part of the problem. Most of these claims are received in the 2 days prior to our meetings.
that's true too. But I just don't want it to be where we're holding up payment and then next thing you know, we've got late fees on it because we didn't send out the bill. And that we did once, we did hold the bills for, I forget what reason it was, but it was in Donna Wilson's filter.
Yep.
And it cost the village taxpayers money. And, if they're all ready to go,
If there's agreement, we'll change the policy. If there's not total agreement, if there's not more, if we don't have majority agreement, then we're not gonna change the policy. But if you agree with that, You should chime in now.
Do we need a motion to do that, or just?
We will change it right here now if more than two people agree to that.
We changed it to this, did we not?
Correct.
A couple of years ago, we decided that things like,
If they were signing slips and
Yeah.
invoices, then we felt as if they didn't need to sign.
that was acknowledgement of.
Right,
we'll play this, if I get something, a bill, and I have nothing to go with it, I put it in their mailboxes. So they come in and use, more than likely got a bit, oh, here's the packing slip, I just got it, it goes with this, and I'll sign both. But, so I literally don't have the signature on that, and I don't have a pack, nothing to match up with it, it goes into their mailbox for acknowledgement. So it's not like I just put it together, oh, it says Chris, oh, it's just, so I really do have some idea of,
But if you are splitting that charge among departments, you need every single signature.
that's what I'm saying, they never used to do that, and I'm like, because they don't see each other's bills, I think you guys have to get each other's signature, and now they do it. So, because they're doing it a lot more cost saving, so. They're doing that.
Yeah, I think we should, sign before we.
It's not things, it's particular things. Trustee Leonard believes that they should be signing that top claim form.
Right.
As opposed to just signing the invoice that goes with it, acknowledging it on the invoice.
We did have doing that for a while, but the problem was they weren't coming in to do it.
Well, COVID did that too, though. They were
Yeah, well,
doing
this-
it after the fact.
This was after we changed it. And we still weren't doing
Well, here's my question, do you need to signing and signing and signing and spending your time just signing papers? Or is the acknowledgement satisfactory when they sign an invoice in the package slip?
you feel like you want to sign the invoices or
The
the vouchers because you think they don't realize the expenditure they have?
It's just protocol, that's their signature, that's telling me, I don't, the package slip. You know, who actually signed it? You know,
Why
I
don't we
could
know?
sign it for you.
Right.
Yeah, but that vouchers was actually the document.
Well, if someone signs it, I'm gonna put it in the department, you know what I mean? And I'm just, I gotta start to follow that. I do understand that. My also problem is, what if something happened today, or what if we had the day off? And he didn't come in for that reason. I don't know the reason that Chris didn't, he usually does come. But I don't want it to be a thing where we're gonna all of a sudden not pay the bills because something came up. And they do have a water main break, if that happens to fall on for late.
Well, last meeting, Barra said over there, and I questioned about it, she said, well, these are signed. There were 2 vouchers signed. That was it,
Two vouchers.
two vouchers in the folder that were signed. The rest of them weren't.
2 folders, mean,
1 folder, 2 vouchers in that folder were signed. The other ones weren't. So I went and asked why. And I was told that the only 2 vouchers were in that folder. And that's why I was signed 2.
That's possible,
yes,
The rest of them were done.
right?
Okay, that's another reason why they don't sign them, but they're not done. They usually done by noon, day of the meeting.
Oh, we could stop, we can make the cutoff at noon, but then you don't get all the ones that come in after the mail.
Then they go to the next meeting. You get
That's
30 days
late.
to pay them.
We don't have a month to pay them, and sometimes they're already near the month deadline, there is a month deadline, because of that.
do upon receipt is half of what the bill say. Some of them will give another date, by the time I get it in the mail, I've got so many now coming email, because I can't get them in time from the post office. I still have to get charges taken off because we didn't get it in the mail. People charge our accounts because we postmarked it, so we have to call for that even, just to get $2.48 off. If they didn't receive that payment, and they just all of a sudden charge a fee, I have to go back, oh no, we mark our calendar, we mailed them this day. Harry or I will make a phone call to the vendor, they will then remove it. But, I mean, we're doing this for a lot of things, there's now, we'll be doing it a lot more. Just, and it adds up, it really will add up. So, I just think it's very important that the bills get signed, or excuse me, the bills get paid, because they're already late when we have to we get them out with Julie, when Julie's done with them, she'll sometimes even take them right to the post office, because we can't wait the very next day. It's just the way it is.
I still think it should be signed.
Anybody else want to change our policy? Yeah, we can. We have next week?
Yeah, fine. That I've done.
It's worth listening to. I'm not trying to put it off. Okay,
You have something else, right?
go ahead.
No.
Oh, yes, I would like to, make a motion that we enter into executive session under section 105-1 subsection F for matters related to the conduct of village employee and subsequent actions to be considered. Motion is made. I need a second.
Second.
And a vote.
I guess.
Yes.
And then those should,
Motion to enter into executive session, come out, the same order, and to leave, nothing to be discussed afterwards.
yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna come up here and grab the stuff now.
Okay, we'll wait.
Give me 2 seconds.
Thank you. Take your time.
And if you want to get to it,
Yeah, I'll start turning this off.